Chamishi, page 39, memory of Yehudis Bas Lipman. Here we go. God instructs Moshe regarding the daily and holiday communal sacrifices that were to be regularly offered up on the tabernacle. After detailing the procedures, Hashem instructed Moshe regarding the weekly Shabbos sacrifices, which are the sacrifice for the first day of every Jewish month. Okay. Base. It's how it's made. Command the children of Israel. You should say to them, my carbon, my food for my fire. Reach nichoichi is a pleasing aroma to me. Tishmerak la'akrav li ma'adah. You shall be careful to offer it me at its appointed time. Base. So ma amr lamayla. What is it saying above? What is it saying? If Hashem appoints. Amr Kadosh Baruch Hu. Ad shatem tzavini abonai. Hashem, the Holy One blessed be, said, before you command my sons, command my sons about me. Moshe said, appoint a leader after I die. So Hashem said, make sure you tell them what to do after you're gone. Moshe Bas Melech. This is a parable to a princess. She was about to leave the world, and she was commanding her husband what to do with how to take care of her children. He said to her, before you command me about my children, command the children how to relate to me, that they shouldn't rebel against me, they shouldn't be, disrespectful, as it's stated in Sifri. Karbani, so God's saying the sacrifices that are very important, the ongoing sacrifices. Karbani, my offering, this refers to the blood. So bring the blood that was splashed. Lachmi, these are the fats, the burnt portions that went on the altar. Lishai, they're given on the fire. Lishem is bichi. Tishmi shall guard, the Kohanim and Leviim and the Israelim should stand by it. This is where the rabbis. So there's a Kohen Levi. We know they're in the temple. But in addition, there was Mamadis. Mamadis were representatives of the other tribes, the Israelites, the Israels, that would be present at the time of the offering of the sacrifices. And the earlier prophets arranged with the 24 groups, parallel to the 24 groups of Kohen Levi. Okay. B'moyadoi, at its appointed time, every day. Okay. Sure. Okay. 15 minutes, really. 9:47. You shall guard. There's Kohen Levi Yisrael. So basically, I had like Israel representatives. And it's appointed time. Every day is the appointed time for the regular offerings. Kim of Martel, you should say to them, this is the fire. Two perfect sheep in their first year. Two for each, two in their first year. Some in a regular burnt offering. Your Martel, you should say to them, there's an instruction to the Beis Din. Shnaim Layim, 2 per day. This means, as a straightforward meaning implies, his main purpose is to teach that they are slaughtered facing the sun of the day, the regular morning offerings to the west, the afternoon offerings to the east of the rings. The shall carry the service of one sheep in the morning. And the second sheep, Tasmin Abraham, shall carry in the afternoon. Even though it's already said in the Parsha of Yatat Tzava, this is what you should offer. That was an instruction just for the days of consecration. Here he commanded for all generations. So it's repeating it, but here it's saying that was just for one time. Now it's forever. Hey, Vasiri, so Ephah says, 1/10 of an offering, Ephah of fine flour, Pulula Hashem and Kassis Vizin, mix with a quarter hin of pressed olive oil. So this mincha, meal offering, poured offerings. Vav. Oilas Tamid is a regular burnt offering. Hasir Bar Sinai, like those who serve as carrier on Mount Sinai. L'reach nechayach, to be pleasing aroma. Yishal Hashem, a fire offering for Hashem. Hasir Bar Sinai, carried out by the Mount Sinai. Like those regular burnt offerings are offered during the days of inauguration. Another explanation is carried on Mount Sinai. The verse links the regular burnt offerings to the burnt offerings of Mount Sinai, the one that was offered before the giving of the Torah.
Why did she have it first?
Because
I came out yesterday.
How do we know that this reach nichoach is not something that God senses through the nostrils of Aaron?
I guess this doesn't work grammatically. Because it's my pleasure.
Only if I get a coffee.
Reach nichoach, where do you
Reach
see my
nichochi.
Reach nichoach la Adonai?
Nichochi. It was in verse 2.
Oh, you're right. No, it says reach nichoach in verse Hey.
In Beis, though, it says nichochi. So you're seeing the context of any time it mentions it, it's going to be in that vein.
It's still the same thing. It could go right through Aaron's nostrils. That may be exactly what's happening. It's a mechanism that seems very reasonable to me.
Okay. Rashi doesn't learn like that.
No, I'm saying I'm throwing it out there as something that I've been thinking for years.
I'm saying, I hear you. I'm saying that my guess, the reason why that's not the way Rashi learns it is because in verse 2, when it first mentions the idea of, or there and other places, but there, let's say, as kind of the header for all these verses, Reach nichochi, it's my pleasurable aroma. So it puts it on God. That's the context. Everything else is just details. Anyways, that's just what I think. I don't know anything more than that. We say it was the one that was done in Mount Sinai. There was the sacrifice done at the inauguration of the tabernacle, but even it might be referring to the sacrifice they did before they gave the Torah, where they put in the bowls. And thus we learn that regular daily burnt offerings require a vessel to receive its blood. Zayin, v'nisker v'zehin, its poured offering should be a quarter hin of wine, like hevzachot for each sheep. It is a poured offering of intoxicating wine for Hashem. Niska yayin, it's poured offering wine. Bakedesh asech, poured on the holy, they shall be poured on the altar. Nesach shecher, it's a pouring offering of intoxication. Intoxicating wine, that's excluding freshly made wine. Ches, v'esek heves hashin, that's ben arbayim, you shall carry out the service of the second sheep in the afternoon. Like the Kiminchas, like the what do you call it? The meal offering in the morning. You should carry them in the afternoon, like the morning, and the poured offering, like the morning poured offering. It's a fire offering, pleasing aroma before Hashem. Here it says Reach nichoach LaHashem. Here you see it's pleasurable. Reach nichoach is to Hashem. It's not to Aaron. Reach nichoach. Not why is it a pleasing aroma? So it's not literal. It's more conceptual. It's a pleasure. It's a nachas before God. A satisfaction. Martin Asrei that I said to him, my will is carried out. On the Shabbos day, 2 perfect sheep in their first year, Shnei Yisreinim, with a meal offering of 2/10 of an ephah, so as mincha v'lav Hashem and l'viskoi, 2/10 of a mincha mixed with oil and its poured offering. Yod, Oila Shabbos Shabbati, the Shabbos burnt offering on its Shabbos. Alalah Satim Niska, besides the regular burnt offering and its burnt offering. In Shabbos offering on Shabbos, it says, not the burnt offering of this Shabbos on other Shabbos. If you didn't do it on one Shabbos, you can't do the next time. You might thought you could do two. Therefore, it says you got to do every Shabbos on the week. And that's in addition to the regular. Oh, I can't drink coffee because it's a fast day. I wish I could.
I'll drink it.
It's not good. A little maybe.
It's not cappuccino.
No, it's caffeine though. Elam Musafim. These sheep are tiny bit. These are Musaf offerings besides the two sheep of the regular Talmud to tell you that they may only be offered between the two regular offerings. So another thing is you have the Musaf between the morning Talmud and the afternoon Talmud.
It's the beginning and the end.
Yeah. So remember, I'll tell us to
What did Pesach David say?
It's the
beginning.
beginning and the end of time.
The Talmud begins everything, and in the afternoon Talmud ends the whole day as
Okay,
well.
I didn't hear it. Thank you.
Yud Aleph, V'Rosh Chodshechem Tagrivu L'Al Hashem, in the first of the month, you shall offer to God an olah, pardon b'nei vaka shnayim ha'elachad, 2 cows, 2 young bulls, 1 ram, k'fas me'shana shivat mimim, 1 ram, 7 sheep in their first year, all perfect. Yud Beis, Shloisha Soinim, and 3/10 of an ephah of fine quality flour. Says min chavol shemen. The meal offering of 3/10 of an ephah of fine quality flour mixed with B'lov Hashem parechad, mixed with oil for each bowl. Shnei Soinim, and a meal offering of 2/10 of an ephah, says min chavol shemen. A meal offering of 2/10 of an ephah of fine quality wheat flour. Ayalachad for 1 ram. Yud Beis. Shloisha Soinim with 3/10. Kimishpad Niskipar. Find the rule of port offering for bulls, for they have been fixed in the section as port offerings. Yud Gimel Yisari Saron, and a 10th Sos Mincha B'lov Shemen. A meal offering of a 10th of fine quality flour mixed with oil for each sheep. A burnt offering for a pleasing aroma, Ishul Hashem, a fire offering for Hashem. Yudalid, Miniskem Chatzin Yelapar Shushahin La'ayil. Their port offerings, there should be a half a hin of wine for each bowl, a third of a hin for the ram, and a quarter hin for each sheep. Of wine. So there's different measures if it's a bull, a ram, or a sheep. So he says, this is the monthly burnt offering, the Chad Shoshana for every month of the year. Let's see next. Yudalid, Rashi, this is a monthly burnt offering. Again, that's the day. If you pass the day, you can't bring it the next month too. You don't get tashlum, you don't do a payback. It says, with 1 young goat as a sin offering for Hashem. 1 young goat is a sin offering for Hashem. The service of these offerings and their port offering shall be carried out besides the regular burnt offerings. 5 minutes. This is a young goat as a sin offering. What does it say, Rashi? All sin Musaf offering goats are brought to atone for entering the temple or partaking of holy sacrifices in an impure state. It's basically being impure while you're eating the sacrifice or entering the temple impure. That's what this sin offering goat is coming to atone for. Explain the Gemara Shavuos, and it changes this. That's usually Seder Musaf, but the Rosh Chodesh is actually for Hashem. It's atoning for Hashem to tell you that if a person atones for a sin, there's no awareness before or after. He had no awareness before or after the sin. That no one was aware of the sin except Hashem. And other goat offerings are derived from it. So telling you that for it to be liable for the sin of going to the temple, not knowing you're impure, you have to not know and not, You can't know at any point. Only Hashem noticed that. So other goat offerings are learned from this goat offering. It has to be total lapse of knowledge of your impurity when you go in. The Medrash says another thing. Hashem says, "Bring an atonement for me that I diminish the moon."
What's going
Well,
on here? Atonement for God?
yes, God is saying, "I diminish the moon."
Why is he sinning?
So it's not a sin. It's a idea of apology to the moon for having to diminish it.
That's idol worship.
Okay, I'm not sure what to tell you. Like, you're careful. Rashi's saying it. It's not idol worship. You could say it's idol worship, but that's a bit of a
Well, if
jump
he's
into
talking,
conclusion.
when you talk to the moon, I'm not sure what's going on.
Well, ask the Medrash what it says. It says God done that. I mean, are you asking? Or are you saying? You're saying a statement. It's idol worship. Is that a question? Or is
I
that
said I don't comprehend what's going on.
okay? So let's ask it as a question so I can know what we're talking about.
It is a question then.
Okay, the question is, when God talks to the moon, it's not like I'm talking to the moon. It's, first of all, it's obviously in a spiritual sphere. It's God speaking, so to speak, symbolically to a part of God, of which the whole universe is a part of God. And there's a whole medrash about that. Originally, the sun and the moon were the same height, the same luminaries. They're the same size. And then the moon said there can't be two kings. So God said, "You're right. You diminish yourself. You be the queen, or you be the receiver, and let the sun be the king." To which the moon says, "Not fair. Why do I have to lose? Because I had the good idea." Says God says it has to be this way. I'm sorry, but it has to be this way. And you know what? Every month I will show that I feel bad in a sense. It has to be this way. But it has to be this way, and that's what the atonement's for. So it's not literally God sinning. It's not God literally talking. It's kind of the imbalance of there's the kings and there's the servants. There's the suns and there's the moons, the yin and the yang, whatever. And throughout history and everything, it's not fair to the receiver. Why should I do the receiver? Why do I be the poor man?
You're giving a personality to an inanimate object, and that's wrong. That's totally wrong, in my opinion.
You have to look at it. So I beg to differ. The Medrash talks a lot about giving words to different creatures, including the sun and the moon.
Mm-hmm.
It does not mean the same personality the way you look at personality people. But God is communicating to the sun and the moon, or the angel of the sun and the moon, if you want, because everything has an archangel.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to look at it as like literally he's talking to a rock or literally talking to a moon. You can look at it on various spiritual levels, but of which everything comes from spirituality. Yeah, it's time. Besides the regular burnt offering shall be carried out, this entire offering of its parts. And its port offerings does not refer to the young goat, for there are no port offerings for sin offerings.